Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? Tonight, I'm in Oceanside, which is probably going to be funny for people that are familiar with this area because Oceanside and Carlsbad are right next to each other. But I thought I'd come down to Oceanside and shoot a video. If you look behind me, you can see the pier. The pier goes quite a ways out there. I don't know how many feet it goes out into the ocean. But you can walk down this pier. There's a restaurant at the end of the pier. But this is a really nice area. I thought I'd come over and shoot a video. So I'm in Oceanside, California tonight. A beautiful night. It just doesn't get any much nicer than this. In Southern California, what happens is the warm weather from the desert pulls the moisture over the southern coast. So for a while in June, we get real gloomy. It's called June gloom. It takes a while for that to burn off, and then it gets really, really pleasant, really nice. And today was a really beautiful day. A really beautiful day. So what I want to talk about tonight is I want to talk about how owning EOS is really owning real estate and how many facets of real estate you actually own with owning the EOS token. I wasn't the first one to come up with that analogy. I believe my good friend Kyle from EOS Vibes came up with that. He may have been the first, I'm not sure, but that analogy fits pretty well. And you're seeing that with the RAM trading. That's just another feature to EOS. Owning the token, having the token appreciation, and then also being able to access RAM, buy RAM, sell RAM on the platform, and you just having a whole other feature to participate with. It's almost like owning a piece of real estate. You can do a number of things with the real estate. You can rent it out, you can own it, the house can appreciate. So there's a lot of things going on with EOS which indicates or proves ownership. One of them is the RAM trading. And the RAM trading right now is a feature that not many people are familiar with. In fact, I tried to look it up a little bit if any other platforms had RAM trading. I couldn't find any RAM trading, so this may be the first. I know it's the first the way it's being done on a decentralized platform, and especially being done with the Badco algorithm. So this would be like one of the first platforms to ever trade RAM. And it's a fast-moving game, and it's a game that's a lot of fun too. But when you're playing the RAM trading game, you're owning real estate. You need to own the token in order to play in the RAM market. But think about this: it's like if you're owning EOS, and that gives you availability to buy and sell RAM. You don't want to gamble away the farm by buying and selling the RAM. You don't want to gamble away the token, because the value in EOS is owning the token. That's where the value is. It's not the trading the RAM that can be very profitable, but you don't want to lose the token by trading the RAM. It's almost like being able to, in the livestock, if you own livestock, if you own the cow, you don't want to lose the cow speculating on the milk and cheese or the milk and butter. You don't want to lose the cow speculating with the milk and butter. I literally saw trades today where someone had literally traded in a 24-hour period probably 800 or 900 times. So they bought, sold, bought, sold, bought, sold, bought, sold like 800 or 900 times. That is not a trading strategy. That's just, I see it go up, I see it go down, I'm just jumping in, jumping out. Maybe to make just very few little bit of EOS in those very small trades. And plus you're losing a little bit on every one of those trades because you got a 1% in, 1% out. So over a period of time, it's almost like credit card transactions. You don't think much of credit card transactions till the end of the month comes through, and then you realize you got a lot of credit card transactions. So that's kind of what's going on with the RAM trading. You're accumulating a slippage more or less by doing the in and out, and that's costing you RAM, and you're costing yourself the real estate that is the valuable part of EOS. The thing that's really most valuable about EOS is how you do it. The real estate that you own by owning the tech. It's the real estate that you own by owning the token, and you don't want to give that up. I believe it's worth $100 a token. Like I say, a lot of people think it's worth a lot more, and it could be worth a lot more than that. You don't want to risk the token by doing that. But what the essence of the video is tonight is that it's a real estate. It's a piece of real estate, and by trading, the ability to trade RAM shows you ownership. I used to do that. That was a lot of fun back in the day. So the ability to trade and buy RAM indicates indication of ownership, which indicates value, which indicates the ability that this platform is just so there's so many ways for this platform to have value, by owning the token, by trading the RAM, by getting airdrops, by people building dApps on it. This is just really quite a very unique platform, very unique way of being involved with Next Level Internet. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that tonight. Just wanted to make that point one more time about owning EOS as being actually owning real estate, and being able to trade the EOS right now on RAM is just another way of showing you ownership. And then I think there's going to be ways of being able to rent your tokens out too. So there's another way. How that market ends up being traded, I don't know. But there could be a whole nother market coming up here pretty quick. And a whole nother market for the actual being able to rent out the RAM, rent out the RAM, or also being able to rent out your tokens for other people to use your RAM so they could build. So anyway, a lot of great ways to make money on this platform. Just don't make sure you just don't lose your tokens in the meantime. Let's see if anything else I want to talk about. Probably not. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Thank you very much.